Hi everyone, welcome to the 5th week of our Ignite Home Dumbbell Workout Series designed to get your summer body game on point. I'm Coach Ali, I'll be your personal trainer throughout this series, and this is Steph. She's your assistant trainer. Steph will demonstrate modified exercises to accommodate restrictions and injuries that you may be carrying. Let's complete every workout with maximum result and minimum risk of injury. Let's start our full body fat burning segment for this week. If you're monitoring your heart rate, let's make sure we keep you in your fat burning zone. Those of you joining us for the very first time, let's calculate your fat burning zone. 220 minus your age is your theoretical maximum heart rate. Record this number and then multiply it by 0.67 so that we can get 2/3 of the way there. Now you're in your fat burning zone.
The best way to stay on top of this series and smash your body transformation goals is to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss our weekly uploads. Then simply trust Coach Ali's experience of nearly 3 decades transforming thousands of bodies at the gym. He transformed my body and he can do the same for you too.
Enjoy today's home dumbbell workout with full body fat burning, and let's get toned and summer ready together. Let's do this, guys. Alright guys, these are some double side shuffles. So you can see we're starting in a low stance and then we're shuffling to the side twice and then returning and going in the opposite direction. Make sure you keep a nice low stance throughout the whole exercise and make sure that you keep your feet parallel and posture up. These are squats with some knee strikes to the outside. You can see after hitting each squat, we're alternating those knee strikes and making sure that they're coming outside of our elbow so we're getting good engagement of the obliques and intercostals as well. Try and maintain a good pace throughout your exercise. Let's go. All right, let's keep that toning game going, guys. I'm doing some pop squats for this exercise, and you can see that Steph is just doing some ordinary squats. Her feet are parallel, she's getting nice and deep, and it's just good pace squats for her one. Now, if your knees can handle doing some pop squats, then just jump in and out the way I'm doing it. Let's go. All right, grab those dumbbells and let's get lean at home, guys. These are jabs and crosses while you're holding your light dumbbells. Stay nice and light on your toes. Make sure you pivot and use that strength in your glutes and in your core as you're throwing your punches. Now we're gonna do a couple of sets on one side and then switch and do the other side as well. Let's go. Starting in a high lunge, we're going to work some knee strikes, guys. But again, you can see we're nice and light on our feet. Throw that knee strike, keep that pace up, drive through with your hips. And then make sure we get a couple of sets on one side and then switch legs and get a couple of sets on the other side as well. Let's go. Some high knees running on the spot, guys. You can see I'm staying nice and light on my toes. I'm driving those knees up and just making sure that we're keeping that particular pace. Now, if you can't jog on the spot because you've got issues with your knees or your hips, you can do what Steph's doing. She's just marching on the spot and again, focused on lifting those knees and keeping a high pace throughout the exercise. Squat presses for this exercise, guys. We're doing it with a pretty high pace. You can see as we drop down, we're pushing the dumbbell out, and as we work our way up, we're pulling it back into our chest. We're doing some good work on our thighs, on our core, and our shoulders as well throughout this exercise, guys. Keep that pace up. Let's go. I'm doing some jumping jacks the traditional way, staying nice and light on the ball of my foot. And again, just making sure that we're keeping that good pace throughout the entire set. Steph's doing the modified version and she's stepping to either side and doing it alternately. If you've got issues with your knees or you're feeling the pressure in your hips and lower back, then do the modified version and let's try and keep it nice and light and nice and safe. All right, let's keep working on getting lean and let's go get that summer body, you guys. You can see we're just doing some basic push-ups. I'm doing it the traditional way, making sure that I'm going nice and deep and I'm maintaining a pretty good pace throughout the set. Steph's doing the modified version or the rookie version, if you like, on her knees, but she's also going nice and deep and keeping a good pace as well. Make sure you keep your tailbone tucked in so that you've got your core engaged throughout the whole exercise. Starting in that prone position, I'm working some mountain climbers, so you can see it's a high plank with the legs movement in there. I'm staying nice and light on my toes and making sure I'm keeping a good pace as far as the mountain climbers are concerned. Now at this point, if your heart rate is too high or if you've got some trouble doing the mountain climbers, just hold a high plank, exactly what Steph's doing right now. Make sure your tailbone remains tucked in. So Steph's doing a low plank for this exercise. You can see she's holding a nice line. Her tailbone is tucked in the way it should be and she's got great core engagement without any pressure on the back. I'm doing some up-down planks. This is going to be a little bit harder because you're working your way up and down. Lots of shoulders and triceps engagement for this one, as well as working your core. Let's go. Back on the floor for this one, guys. I'm doing some Indian push-ups. It's my variation of it, so it's Indian push-up in the way in and then back to a downward dog. Steph's essentially doing the same exercise minus the push-up. So she's going from a cobra pose to a downward dog pose. And this is going to be a lot easier if you're not comfortable doing push-ups in this position. Squats with punches for this one, guys. So let's drop down nice and low, deliver a couple of punches, and then come up into your standing position and deliver a couple of more punches. Let's keep an upright upper body throughout and keep a high pace all the way through the exercise. Let's go. These are dumbbell cross jacks. So you can see I'm doing the natural cross jack motion, hopping in and out. And you can see Steph's doing the modified version. So she's just stepping to the side. Now, if you've got trouble with your knees and you can't jump up and down on it, then be sure to do the modified version. Otherwise, do exactly what I'm doing. Let's go. This is a dumbbell butt kicker. So you can see I'm doing the jogging version, the normal version of a butt kicker if you like, and Steph's just stepping into it. So if you've got some trouble with your knees or you can't jog on the spot, then just do the version that Steph's doing. If your heart rate has gone too high by this stage and you're out of your fat burning zone, then again, just do what Steph's doing and do the modified version. These are some high-pace skater squats, and we're starting with wide legs and then dropping down, reaching for the inside of your ankle with the opposite hand, and make sure that you get your back upright as you come up. Let's go for as much twisting motion as you've got for this exercise, and make sure you keep that high pace all the way through. This is a squat and kneel exercise, guys, and it's completely unweighted. So we drop down into that squat position and then kneel onto the floor and come back into the squat. So I don't want you guys to stand up until the end of the set. Now, a softer approach to this if your knees bother you is to place a cushion or a pillow underneath it. A different variation of some fast feet, guys. We're holding 2 dumbbells and we're moving those dumbbells up and down to match our foot speed. So this is actually harder than it appears. You're not only gonna get the motion going in your fast feet, but you're gonna feel this in your shoulders a little bit as well due to the arm motion. The key is don't slow down. Let's keep a high pace throughout the whole set. Let's go. This one's a crucifix march using your dumbbells. Maintain your arms in that crucifix position nice and wide, and let's go with some high knees as far as the marching is concerned. And again, try to keep a nice consistent pace throughout your exercise. Stepping onto the floor gently will ensure that you're protecting your knees. These are some fast-paced squats with a hand switch at the bottom. So you can see our feet are parallel. They're at shoulder width, or you can have it marginally wider if you like. And then just allow your hands to drop down nice and low and work your way back up into that standing position. Try to keep a good pace throughout this exercise. Let's go. These are crossbody mountain climbers. So you can see as I do the mountain climber, I'm twisting to the side so the knee strike is coming outside of the opposite elbow. If your heart rate's gone too high by this stage, or if you've got trouble getting into that prone position, then do what Steph's doing. And all she's doing is just a knee strike, but crossing her body and getting that same rotation. You don't need your dumbbells for this one, guys. We're working some plank jacks. Now, you can see I'm doing the full version, so it's like a jumping jack in that prone plank position, but I'm still staying nice and light on the ball of my foot as I do it. Now, if you can't do the bouncing motion, then simply modify it and do what Steph's doing. You can see she's alternating those steps and she's just working her lefts and rights. This exercise is a squat with a front swing, so make sure you're dropping down into that squat with your feet parallel and maintaining the upper body as vertical as you can. On your way up, swing those dumbbells and make sure that your rotation is at your shoulder and that you're getting 90 degrees. So your arms are vertical down the bottom and they're horizontal at the top of the exercise. Alright, this one's a major calories burner, you guys. I'm doing the full version of the burpee with the dumbbells in my hand, and Steph's doing only a half burpee, just the top half. So if you've got issues with your knees or with your wrists and you can't get into that prone position, just do what Steph's doing and just work the top half of the burpee. On the other hand, if you're injury free and you really want to get that heart rate up, make sure you do it the way I'm doing it. Alright guys, let's continue to get lean at home with some alternate uppercuts. Now you can see the pivot of the foot and you can see a little bit of rotation at the hips. We're engaging those glutes because that's where the power is going to come from. And just make sure that you keep a reasonable pace hitting those uppercuts. Your dumbbells should be quite light for this exercise, everybody. 2 sets, let's go. This is a squat with a cross-body knee strike, and it's an excellent inclusion to your dumbbell workout to burn fat. Now you can see we're keeping a really good pace, making sure we're going nice and deep into those squats and then throwing that knee across your body. Make sure that you're keeping that dumbbell nice and still. That's going to keep you nice and honest. And as you start to tire, make sure you don't shorten your range of movement and make sure you don't slow down either. This is a high pace thruster and it's an excellent addition to tone up with dumbbells. You can see our feet are at shoulder width and that we're getting deep enough into that squat, but making sure that we're throwing the shoulder press up nice and quick. So it's more emphasis on pace than it is on range of movement. Now, if your knees bother you during this exercise, you can always switch to that sumo stance, which is going to take some of the pressure off your knees. Continuing your full body tone up with dumbbells, let's work on some fast feet. Now you can see that we've got some front and back motion with this as well. And just making sure that you're holding that dumbbell nice and steady. Try to keep up a good pace and try to keep that back and forth motion going throughout your entire set. Keeping your feet at shoulder width will help you with balance as well. Alright, this is a great addition to your dumbbell workout for toning. We're marching with a torso twist. Now you can see we're marching quite high, but you want to make sure that you're soft on your landing and make sure that you get a really good torso twist. A really good way to make sure that you're getting enough rotation is to look at your dumbbell, and making sure that you're lifting your knees nice and high will get you extra core engagement as well. These are some standing Russian twists, and it's an excellent addition to your program to get your heart rate back down a little bit. So make sure that you're getting that movement from waistline to waistline, and we want to keep a reasonable pace and make sure we're getting really good torso twists throughout this exercise. And the best place to look is to look at your dumbbells, and that's going to allow you to get maximum range of rotation. Dumbbell suitcase cleans for this exercise, guys. So you can see the dumbbells on one side and we drop into that relatively quick squat. And as we come up, we pull that dumbbell up to our shoulders. We'll work one side for a couple of sets and then work the other side as well. Let's go. We're working the top half of a burpee, you guys. So we're squatting down, leaning forward, touching the floor with the palm of our hands, and then working all the way up as well. This is relatively easy, so let's do it high pace and make sure that your knees in particular are comfortable throughout the whole set. Weighted side steps. This might be the easiest exercise you're going to do all day, and it's a great opportunity to get your heart rate back down a little bit, especially if some of those squat exercises are getting the better of you. Hold on to those light dumbbells and just try to keep a nice pace. Stay nice and light on your knees for this one, guys, and let's just have some fun with it. Let's go. I'm doing some dumbbell crisscrosses with this one, so you can see I've got that jumping motion going in all 4 directions, and Steph is stepping into it. So if you've got any problems with your knees or if you can't jump, then make sure that we're just stepping into it. If your heart rate's gone up too far, then do it the way Steph's doing it as well, and this will help you get your heart rate back down a little bit. Starting this one in a plank, and you can see we're working some hip drops from one side all the way to the other side. Make sure that your feet are roughly at shoulder width and make sure that you're nice and solid on your elbows. And then tilting and dropping to the side is going to force you to use your obliques as well. So it's a fantastic core exercise to include in your dumbbell workout at home. some high pace rookie push-ups for this exercise. So you can see we're doing them on our knees, keeping a good pace, making sure you're going nice and deep with it. I'm keeping my elbows tucked in so it has more of a tricep focus, whereas Steph's doing it wider with her elbows out, so she's getting more chest compression on this one. Do whichever one you're comfortable with. Let's go. Alright, so these are fast sumo squats with a hand swap, and they're perfect for our full body fat burning component. Just make sure that your stance is wide enough and that your toes are pointing out and that you're nice and comfortable as far as your knees are concerned, and just try to maintain your posture when you do this exercise. Let's go.
Well done for finishing today's Ignite Summer Body Home Dumbbell Workout with Coach Ali and I. If you enjoyed your workout, then please make sure that you're subscribed to our channel so that you don't miss the next workout in this series. If you think your friends could benefit from this series, then please share a link of this workout with them.
Now we recommend moving on to post-workout stretching and cool down with our in-house physio Daphne. There's a link of her stretching playlists at the end of this video, so make sure you check it out. As always, thank you guys for training along with us, and we look forward to bringing you another full body home dumbbell workout shortly and taking your body transformation to the next level. Take care of yourselves and each other.